Hello and welcome to the Metal Cell podcast. My name's Richie. I just want to give a few shout outs there. First of all, to those that gave reviews to the podcast. Joey Coyne gave, Jamie Clark, James Curley, Mark Gillis, Mark Morris, Liam Blaney and Mike McGrath were giving a shout out as well on Red FM. So really appreciate that, lads, and thanks a million. So moving swiftly on, I'm delighted to say I'm being joined by Danielle Daly. How are you, Daniel?
I'm flying it now, Richie. Flying it. Delighted to be here.
Yeah, who would have thought, huh?
I know. I've made it big now. Yeah.
Oh, that's mad. So there's a few things I want to chat to you about, and we'll get to that in a minute. But the first thing, anyway, is I haven't actually talked to anybody yet that has been and come back from Bloodstock.
And survived it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was savage this year now.
Right,
it's always
cool.
savage now, but I felt this year like there was a real, like, the Irish kind of vibe there was unreal. She had so many good Irish bands playing and flying the flag.
And when did you get over?
I actually flew into London this time.
Right,
and
okay.
on the Wednesday, rented a car.
Right.
Drove halfway down, stocked up on all the drink and food.
Who were you with in the car? Was Pete there?
Yeah, myself and Pete himself and his best friend, Connie.
Okay. Oh, Connie with Zero.
Yeah, Connie with Zero.
That's pretty cool,
Yeah,
actually. I
Connie
saw him
with Zero.
on a few of the pictures, yeah.
Yeah, he's Pete's best friend from home.
I never knew that.
Yeah,
That's mad.
Yeah, the group beside each other. And so we rocked on anyway with 6 crates of Carling for the boys and all the vodka. And sure, we got there. We've a few friends that we met at Bloodstock that we meet now every year.
Okay.
And
It's that kind of festival, isn't
It's
it?
that kind of festival.
Yeah.
And sure, Emma Carroll herself
Emma was a...
flew all the way back from New Zealand for it.
Yeah, that's a great story, isn't it?
Yeah, she's a woman.
I first heard that story, was it at Monolith? I met you there and you were saying that you weren't going. Actually, tell that story, that's quite good.
Yeah, because I wasn't going to go to Bloodstock this year because getting married and all that, and I was like, well, look, we're going to save, we're going to be sensible.
Yeah.
And we were like, okay. And then Pete kind of started pushing, like, oh, no, we should go. And everybody was kind of like, you should go. And I was like, when people tell me to do something, I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it, like. And I really wanted to go, but
Just looking at cash outlay.
yeah,
It's not
it's
cheap,
kind of-
Bloodstock, to be fair. Like.
Yeah, I was just kind of thinking, like, maybe it's a good idea not to go this year. And then someone was like, Emma's coming home to surprise, or not even home, she's coming to Bloodstock just to surprise you from New Zealand. So Emma was my best friend from home, like, we've known each other about years.
Yeah.
And it was gas. She didn't even come back to Ireland. She just came from New Zealand to Bloodstock back to New Zealand. Like,
Fucking hell.
she's a lunatic.
She is. She's brilliant.
Yeah.
Shout out to Emma there. We miss you. So that was when. Oh yeah. So that was Monolith. You said that, and then it was supposed to be a big secret. Then not to have any pictures of her up on it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that went pear shaped fairly
Oh, I
fast.
did, yeah. No, I had to like quickly take out comments that mentioned her and tagged her because her mother would see that,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and she'd be killed, like, you know. So,
So did you? So you got there then on the Wednesday evening, was it?
I kind of rocked into near Birmingham Wednesday evening, and then actually got to the festival on the Thursday.
Right.
And started preparing then for the takeover to be slimed by the slug.
Yeah.
You know, it was.
And was the weather kind of?
The weather was unreal on the Thursday.
Oh, cool. Okay.
It was great Thursday, and it kind of was grand Friday, and it went downhill, like, you know.
Right.
It was, it
on,
was.
on the Saturday. Was it?
Yeah, it was kind of Friday, Saturday.
Okay.
It started getting fairly mucky in that, but we prepared this year. We had the wellies, the whole
Okay.
lot, so it didn't dampen our spirits. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
we ploughed on and had the ponchos and everything.
Yeah,
like,
because
so.
we were at the same time, as you know, that we were over in Brutal Assault, so the two kind of the festivals were running parallel, you know. And I was just going, because we saw a few pictures of people with rain max and stuff. I was going, oh bollocks it, you know, because last year, as you know, you were there as well last year, and it was fucking awfully cold, wet and miserable. And that was actually another reason why we kind of went, you know what, it's time to fucking move on, like. Not knocking the festival, but just need a bit of sunshine, you know.
I
and stuff.
totally get what you mean. Yeah, like I'll be honest. I was on the like Thursday night. It started raining like heavily, like, and I was inside in the tent, and I was, you know, just nodding off, and I was looking at Facebook, and I seen the pictures of you over Brutal Assault in the sun in your shorts, and I was like, well, fuck them anyway. I'm here frozen out of it, but you know, it's worth it. Like, I suppose, like the crack is good.
Well, like sure, we were on the other side, then going, fuck's sake, what would we give to see 10 tons slug on the Thursday night? Like,
it was mind-blowingly good.
Really,
like,
yeah.
Just like I
what was the build-up like, kind of?
Because like. first of all, I met the lads.
Right.
When I was running out to get Emma, I met all of the lads. I was like, "Jesus, lads, what's crack?"
Yeah.
And they were putting up the Irish flags, and you've seen a lot of people going around with the 10 ton slug t-shirts on,
Nice.
and you're kind of like, I was going around to people going, "Oh, 10 ton slug," and
Yeah.
it was class, and it was really building up, and you got to the tent, and you were like, "Jesus, it's getting packed, waiting for."
Were you
like,
kind of in the middle, or were you up the front?
up
or?
near the front?
Cool.
Like, yeah. We're kind of building up, and they put on some performance. Like, they really like, they made their mark there. Like,
Yeah,
you know, it was
class.
unbelievable. But sure, they're unreal. Like,
They are anyway.
they're
Yeah.
savage life, but they owned the stage.
That's
like,
what
you know.
that's what I wanted to hear.
Yeah, they owned the stage, and sure, we were crowd surfing.
Really,
there was
yeah?
pits. It was packed.
I'm
out
nearly
with-
sure I saw Emma.
You
Did
did?
Emma crowd surf?
She
I
crowd
I
surfed
saw
10
Blanc.
times. 10 times for 10
Jesus
so
Christ.
the security were ripping her for it. Like, you know, it was ridiculous. Yeah. There was a few photos and videos of her crowd surfing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, it was her then. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it
as I
was.
said, you're the first person now I've talked to about it. You know.
Yeah.
So like they played for what, around 45 minutes maybe.
Yeah, and around that, and then Nude Rotten Christ then afterwards. They
Jesus
were
Christ.
class. They were so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. they
Sure,
were
that was the second time you saw him in the space of what, 2-3 weeks? Was it?
Yeah, something like that, because they were
Yeah.
in Cork, but it was completely different, like seeing them in kind of a bigger kind
Okay.
of setting.
Did it suit him better? Yeah.
I wouldn't say it wouldn't suited them better over there. I'd say they were well able for both, like, but
Yeah.
it was just, it was savage. The sound was unreal.
Yeah.
And that was another thing, the sound for 10 Ton Slug was class, and it was, I think Kieran Culhan from Bad Rep was doing the guitar.
Yeah.
For
Shout
them.
out to Kieran. Yeah.
Yeah, and sure, then the next morning you'd see that cult, and
Yeah.
that was
So yeah,
smelting, like, yeah.
brilliant. Yeah, what a
Yeah.
start to the day. That
Oh,
was that was
stop.
Friday. Yeah,
Friday
okay.
morning at 11 o'clock, like, what a way to wake up, you know.
Fucking hell. And
Yeah.
you know, Bloodstock people just like literally going over to the weightlifters and stuff like that in the morning, and like zealot cult to be blasting to some of them, like, but like you're all kind of going, fuck that, I want to watch them, you know. It's great.
No,
like,
they were great. They were really, really good now, in fairness. I didn't actually get to see any of them afterwards. The whole festival I was looking out for Mick, like.
Really? No
I
sign of him?
didn't spot him at all, yeah.
Yeah,
so-
and did you meet the lads from the Slug then after the gig?
yeah, I'd seen them like all over the weekend, like,
Okay,
you know, yeah.
Or? So then, so what about then a sect? Did you see them?
Oh, I did, yeah. I lost a welly in the pit to them. It's great. In the wall of death, it was class. They, because I didn't see too much this year of the New Blood stage. I usually
Yeah.
kind of spend a bit more time there.
Yeah,
but,
same here with me, yeah.
Yeah, and I was watching them anyway, and I was like, geez, they're really getting, there was pits going. It was,
Jesus.
yeah, it was good.
That's class.
And I stood there then for a while watching a few more bands, and there was a band a bit later that just weren't getting the crowd going, and I was like, Jesus, comparing this to ASEC, like,
Yeah.
you know, they really did own the place, and their merch was class as well, actually.
Wow, cool.
Yeah, it was really, really cool.
Fuck it, fair play.
Yeah.
And then did word break then about Black Shuck being moved?
I missed them
you?
because of them being moved, because
Okay.
they were supposed to play in the Eager stage.
That's right, yeah.
And they got moved to the Sophie,
Yeah.
which is incredible.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine getting that tap,
That's
like, will you play
insane.
the Sophie stage?
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose so.
yeah.
Unreal, yeah. But apparently they did class. Like, everybody said, like, because I think it was kind of raining when they were playing.
Yeah.
So people were coming into
That was the
tents.
Saturday probably, was it, where the
Yeah.
weather was at its worst, was it?
Yeah, I think so. And like, I think people started coming into the tents then, like, to get away from the rain.
Yeah.
And sure, they had a great crowd then.
Oh, fucking class.
Yeah.
Then there was Sky Pilot, Lock Horns as well.
I missed Sky Pilot. I was actually there's a few of them I missed just from.
Yeah. I'm sure it's
Just-
a festival.
Yeah,
It's a festival,
yeah,
like, you know.
everything clashes, like, you know.
So that was mad. Like, kind of when we went over to Brutal Assault, it was just kind of, we needed somebody to kind of give us a guide around the
Oh,
place,
okay.
you know, because we weren't sure what to expect, you know.
Yeah.
And of course, then Conor Murphy, shout out to Conor, by
Yeah,
the best tour
should've been
guide in
there.
Europe.
Yeah, some man, like.
It was brilliant. Like, he'd everything sorted for
Yeah.
us, you know. So, but I mean, it was a fabulous setup over there. Like, castle, the castle was huge. There was shelter everywhere in case it did rain,
Class.
and every single bar that was inside the castle walls also had televisions on broadcasting what was being played on the stage.
That is a great idea.
Isn't that a class idea?
That's unreal.
Yeah, I've never come across that before. And then as well, we were all using the wristbands.
Oh yeah, like Hellfest.
Yeah.
With the
All right,
painting.
yeah, is that the Hellfest thing now as well?
Yeah, you pay with the wristband kind
Correct,
of thing.
yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
And is that for merch as well over in Hellfest?
I don't think so. I think it's just, for like
beer.
bars and one or two food stalls. Like, it's
Okay,
not
yeah.
as widely kind of used.
Yeah, it's for everything in Brutal Assault. T-shirts,
that's handy.
merch, everything. Like,
That's
you know?
handier, actually.
Yeah, and as well as that, like, it was. I I think the flight's over. Yeah, the flight's over 101 euros return from Dublin.
Grand.
The ticket was 90,
Oh, that's for nothing. Like.
and the beer then was €1.20.
Oh, lads.
So don't tell anybody.
Wow.
And that's even before you see any of the bands, and like it's like 2 stages up front, and the fucking sound is fantastic, and it's just super well organized, it really is, like, so it's one to consider.
Yeah, definitely. And did you stay in like a hotel?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
Real.
The hotel versus camping thing long died after Hellfest. I did it 1 year in Hellfest, and that was it.
Oh yeah, no, I've done
stayed
it.
with. Actually, you're an expert.
Yeah.
When are you going to make the transition?
To another festival?
No, from tents to hotels.
Oh, tents to hotels. Jesus, I don't know. I had to leave Bloodstock last year on the last night on the Sunday.
You did? What was that about?
Because the tent got completely, like, it was just like our bed was just like a lilo. It was just floating around in the tent. So we were like, oh, that was making me think, should I start getting hotels? But no, I reverted. I regressed back to camping.
For sure, like, the crack with camping,
I know it too well.
It's mighty, but I mean, it's just for me trying to get sleep after it.
Yeah.
It's impossible.
It can be, it's tough.
Not that I got much fucking sleep in Brutal Assault with Timmy and Judge. Fucking, it was a wall of sound around me, even that with true earphones. But
€1 beers,
earplugs.
I'd say, like, you'd be, yeah.
But so then, like, I mean, you got in some amount of gigs this year. You have, like, in fairness, you were at Copenhagen as well.
Yeah, Copenhagen. That was.
How did that compare to other festivals?
Well, like, see, I've been to Hellfest like 5 times.
Correct, yeah.
So then, like, it's on the same weekend as Hellfest. But
was it?
Yeah, it's the same weekend, yeah. So
okay.
I was kind of like, okay, well, everybody was kind of like, oh, we won't go to Hellfest this year. And the tickets came out and they sold out within like the hour.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we'll try something new. And I was like, oh, lineup for Copenhagen is pretty similar. It's pretty cool. But then at that stage, everybody started going, buying tickets randomly, finding tickets places. And
for Hellfest, like, or
for Hellfest,
okay.
yeah. So I was like, I'm after buying 2 tickets here now to Copenhagen because they said they were going to sell out, and I bought the tickets just in case they didn't sell out.
Right.
So yeah, I was kind of like, okay, we'll just go with it. We'll try Copenhagen. It was the best thing ever. It was
there you go.
Unreal. Now it's only like
the lineup was unbelievable.
It was
Tool,
cool.
Slipknot, Lamb of God, Amon Amarth.
Yeah, it was absolutely savage. Like,
what did you see? How long?
I did. I seen How Long. Yeah.
What you reckon?
Unreal. I seen them at Hellfest last year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I caught them. It was Emer Murphy had heard from someone on a train, you should catch that band.
Yeah.
And I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
They're so, like, it was really weird though. There was like a girl in front of me, like, just like swaying with the music and bawling, crying.
Oh,
and then there was this like big tough man, I think, trying to crack onto her. And they didn't know each other, and he kept like touching her, and then he started crying as well. I was like, all right, like, it's good, but come on.
Yeah.
No, it's completely different to
Isn't
anything.
it? Yeah, we all got separated for that, as in festivals, the usual crack. So we all had different perspectives on it. So I just couldn't get over the crowd, first of all, that were lining up maybe 30 minutes before the band even came on the stage.
Yeah.
I actually had to push my way through,
Really?
to get even kind of a quarter ways up, because Mark Morrissey was raving about him, so I wanted to see him, But the initial thoughts blew me away. But like as it kind of progressed along, I was kind of going, okay,
You've had enough, like.
there's not much happening now, really,
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of left, about 30 minutes into it, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say it lasted about that
that
amount of time as well.
It's an experience. Like,
totally.
I
mean, I love what they're doing. I love the whole idea of it. But just kind of, I just thought, it's enough.
Yeah. It's cool when all the like kind of soldiers come out and
the
start
warriors,
baiting themselves.
Yeah.
It's class.
And you're one of the brilliant voice as well,
Savage,
isn't it?
Yeah. It's
mind
blowing. Like,
it's kind of Celtic as well, isn't it? I think
kind of is. Yeah.
kind of touched with
Nordic
me.
kind of thing. Like,
of course, Timmy was up in the mountain, fucking giving out shit. He was put a lot of bollocks he's ever seen.
That's
So
gas.
that's him, you know.
Yeah, yeah. They were on after Slipknot though at like 12:30 at night. So
Oh, right, they were
Yeah.
later again. Okay.
yeah, they were fierce late. So I was
All
kind of
right.
like, geez, I'm a bit clapped out now from
Yeah.
Slipknot.
Yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
Are you going to them
Oh, I'll
again?
be going. I'll be going to Slipknot.
Yeah.
Alright.
So like this is nice. The way you laid that in is the first time you went to a concert where we were there and where others were there was Sonosphere,
Yeah.
2011.
2011.
How old were you?
I was myself and Emma were just turned 18.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, she just finished her leaving cert and I just finished fifth year.
So that was the big four, wasn't
The
it?
big
And
four.
Slipknot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I seen because massive Slipknot fan I've always been, but they were like my favorite band through secondary school and that. And it came up in like October, Slipknot playing Sonosphere, and we were only 17. And I messaged Emma going, "We're going to that." And
was that your first overseas festival?
my first overseas
Okay,
one, yeah,
right.
yeah. And I was like, we're going to this, and like looking back now, I'm like, how did my parents let me go? But
Yeah.
they were like, oh, you're both working. It was your own money,
Yeah.
you know, so
Okay.
kind of a thing. But went over. It was
And did you know anybody going over there?
not
Jesus,
so.
that's mad.
Two girls off on their own, two 18-year-olds.
And since then, Sean out of 10 Ton Slug was there as well.
Yeah.
And there's a few.
There's a few people. I only realised that you'd went like a few months ago.
Oh yeah, a drunken conversation again.
Yeah, exactly. But
Band of that weekend was Slipknot.
fucking hell, it was unbelievable. Like,
It was insane, and I wouldn't be the biggest fan of them until I saw them that night.
Yeah,
and I went, "Fuck
was
me,
immense.
they're unbelievable."
It was immense. Like, as I said, I was die-hard Slipknot fan at the time, and so
Yeah.
was Emma. So we got up that morning and we went straight down to the first band that played. I think it was Volbeat.
Oh
Were
yeah,
the first-
Volbeat.
Yeah, they were the first band on, which is funny because they're headlining festivals now.
Yeah.
They're the first band on anyway. And we stood there from 11 that morning until Slipknot finished at the very front, so we could be at the front barrier. We didn't
Jesus.
go to the toilet. We didn't get a bite to eat. We stood there the whole time.
That's
Yeah.
hardcore.
Yeah, that was pretty hardcore. Like, yeah.
There was a tree, a massive oak tree, I think, to the right of the stage, and that's where we were, kind of
Oh,
over by
okay.
that tree, you know.
Yeah.
And because it was just an easy point again of reference in case any of us went to the Jacks or went for beer, you know, that
Yeah.
we'd find each other again. But like, you know, even from that point of view, it just was crazy. I don't think that any stage was all members of the band on the stage. They were just diving off into the crowd the whole time.
Yeah, I managed to I think high five or touch at least 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah.
Because they were all like, there was Sid just literally jumped on top of a load of us. It was
Fucking hell.
It was because it was their first time kind of playing since Paul Gray died.
Okay.
Playing in the UK.
Right.
And like they had the 2-minute silence during the day for Paul Gray.
Yeah.
And I think there was kind of a lot of motion in them kind of, and I think that really poured out when they came on stage.
Was that? Yeah, they had his suit. Was it? They
Yeah,
had his suit
they had
hanging
his
on
suit
a.
hanging
on,
up, yeah, and like
Yeah,
a stick or
fucking
something
hell,
like
that's
that.
right,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Jesus.
And there's actually a great video of like the 2-minute silence, and you can see the members of Slipknot at the side of the stage, and they like, because we obviously couldn't see that,
Yeah.
you know, when the 2-minute silence was on, and they all have their arms around each other, and they're all crying and everything.
Yeah.
Like it was really emotional. So I
Jesus.
think they kind of very much
They
did
definitely
it for
let
him.
loose, yeah, that day.
Yeah,
That
I'm
was
sure.
9 years ago. Isn't that bizarre?
It's nuts, like.
We've gone to, like, we went to Hellfest then the following year and went there then for 4 years running,
Oh, okay.
I think.
I think
Was
my
it 5
first year
years?
of
I'm not
Hellfest was your last year, because I was listening to the podcast with you and Pa,
Yeah.
and you were saying 2014 was the best lineup, and that was my first year.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing, the boys. It's like they go there every year, you know, and
Yeah,
it's just ingrained into them now, you know.
it is. Like, yeah, it was just this year I just decided to go for something a bit smaller, like with Copenhagen.
Yeah.
Because it's a lot smaller.
Yeah.
But Jesus, Hellfest it's another experience.
It
Like,
is.
you know, it's another level.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I'll go back because there's just so many different festivals to discover
There
now.
is a lot.
You know, and as I said, definitely going back to Brutal Assault next year, 110%.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll see where that leads then, you know. The Monolith Festival and Metal United Festival, you were both at Cypress Avenue.
I was. Yeah.
Impressive, wasn't it?
unbelievable. It's
thank God
fantastic.
we've finally got a decent place.
It's crazy, like, because, you know, like, we had bad rep in Limerick doing such a great job, and now we've got some great promotion companies down here, like, you know, Paranoid Beast, and then you've got Danny's promotions company as well. It's fantastic, but we've got the talent, like, so we might as well show it all off. And the interest is there as well, and sure, Cypress Avenue is great since they did it up.
Oh, it's class,
It's
man.
unreal. Yeah, the sound and everything. I was like,
and it's great to see other people come into it as well that wouldn't know much about the Cork scene, or, you know, venues. They only know Fred's probably.
That's it.
And they go into Cypress Avenue, they're just looking around. I kind of got that feeling the first time I went into the Savoy as well. You surely were at one of the Macedon gigs.
I was, yeah. I was at, what year was it? It was the year they played at Hellfest. So I seen him in Hellfest on like the Saturday, and I seen him in Cork the following Saturday.
Class.
I actually stuck around to try and meet them afterwards.
Yeah, and any luck?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
did you really? Yeah,
I met them afterwards. Funnily enough, Dave from Apennum.
Oh yeah, Dave. Yeah,
I met him at that, and
was that he was talking about that on the podcast? I think. Yeah,
he was only in Leaving Cert.
I think that's how they formed.
And that's how they formed. I only found that out a few weeks at Monolith. I was chatting to one of David. Is it David? Is the other?
Yeah, there's Dave Long and Dave.
Yeah. So I was chatting to him, and they were like, "Oh yeah, we actually we formed at that gig." I was like, "That's gas."
Brilliant.
Yeah. Because myself and Dave did the same course in college.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, he was like, "Oh, I want to do music media and performance technology in UL." I was like, "I'm in my third year of that course."
Jesus. Yeah. Okay. So he started.
He started when I was in my fourth year. Yeah.
Fucking hell, fair play. Did you enjoy it?
Nah.
No.
There's no music. There's no music in it at all. It was all computer programming kind of stuff.
Okay.
Like, you know.
More so to do with kind of engineering side of it, is it? Or
kind
what?
of coding computers and stuff like that, rather than actually like live sound and stuff.
Okay.
But sure.
So that brings us on nicely to the reason why you're on it, apart from being a pure metalhead. You're developing an app.
I am.
Cool.
Yeah.
Exclusive.
Yeah, you heard it here first. So so it was kind of like one of those moments of Jesus, I missed a band in Cork, like I think it might have been God Alone. I was like, feck it, I would have loved to have gone to that gig. And like, you know, Facebook's great with all the events and everything like that, but some of them just fall through the cracks.
They do. Absolutely. Absolutely.
It was kind of like one of those really bad American shopping channel adverts. It was like, do you always forget when your bands are coming to town? Would you like a solution? So I basically just made this app because I kind of thought bands in town was more bigger acts rather than kind of small time acts.
I had that app and I got rid of it, being truthful, because it's, you know, we like metal, so there wasn't much in that.
Yeah, so I basically like just designed this app. Homepage, gigs, bands, click into gigs. You can search through all the gigs in Ireland, all your local gigs, different tabs, and then you can add to like what gigs you're going to. So like what gigs I'm going to then. Okay. Then in the bands, you can again search through all bands in Ireland, search through local bands in Cork, and you can like add it to your favourite bands. And then you can get like a notification when they're...
It'll ping on your phone.
Yeah, you can ping it on your phone. They'll say like, oh, they're coming to town or whatever, like, and you can, it's an easy way for you to be like, all right, God Alone are coming to Cork, great. Or like, well, they're from Cork, like, you know, Tent and Sug are coming to Cork, class. I'll go see them, like,
so they'd be down your favourites, and then
you can go on and you can see them yourself, and you can click like, I'm going to that gig, so it'll remind you, like, kind of a thing. And then like, on your homepage you only have 3 things to go into: gigs, bands, or else your own profile.
Class. So it's not complicated.
No, that was the whole thing. Like, you know, I didn't want to make it any bit complicated, and it's very easy to just, because I did a course on user experience design, so like trying to streamline all apps, make it as easy as possible. So that was kind of the thing with this. Very easy to just throw on your own bands as well, add lyrics, add links to add links to like Spotify and Bandcamp and stuff like that. So like, it's kind of, it's accessible, but it's not too much as well thrown at you.
And how much work was involved in that?
Not too much now. I've just done the design. It's the coding part is the thing now where...
So that's where you are now with
That's where I am, yeah. So if there's anybody out there who knows how to code that can help me, that would be really, really sound.
There you go.
Yeah.
Give Danielle a shout. Yeah. And also, we'll say... Like, I mean, Jesus, how many bands, have you actually figured out how many bands are in Ireland at the moment?
I actually haven't figured that out. See, the whole thing is you add your own band. So like, you know, I wouldn't be going through all the bands, and like I just kind of put on the basics. I could put on like Grey Stag, Carosa, 10 Ton Slug,
Okay.
Apennum, a few ones just to give kind of a template.
Okay, and then you find the band then yourself, is it? And then you put it into the app, and then it'll track it, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Class.
yeah. So like you'll put in at the start of the app like, locality is Cork.
Yeah.
And it'll be like within a certain mile radius of Cork.
Okay, and within a 7 day or 2 week period, or
that kind of thing, like a 7 day, kind of comes up. It's handy enough. Like it's kind of a thing as well. Like you can turn off notifications and everything like that. Like, you know, it's not going to be wrecking your head.
Yeah.
Either like.
But no, it's great because, you know, some of the time, like as I said, we all love to hate Facebook. You know,
that's very true.
Fucking hell, like.
Yeah.
And sometimes you kind of need a break from it, but then, and that's another thing as well with me, is just that if I do take a break from it, I'm at the back of my mind going, it's probably a load of gigs gone up now, and you're relying then on your mates.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
yeah,
so
and like
the app is great.
We're
and
all
that's cool.
Yeah, we're all social now, like, you know, and we can't be without our phones, so at least it can be kind of something useful. But it's very much for Irish metal, and the only people I've actually shown it to is yourself and Colin from Zora.
Yeah.
And because I obviously had a few drinks with me when I was out with him as well, and he made a good point of, like, you know, it was at Irish Metal Archive.
Yes.
That's
John.
That's not around anymore, is it? Or is it? Some metal form.
The thing up in Dublin.
Yeah, and it's not there anymore.
Yeah.
So he was like, you could be an idea to put a forum on it as well.
Yeah, a forum. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Since we all more or less know each other now, like,
That's
you know,
it,
it's a
like,
fucking great community. You
Unbelievable.
know?
That's the thing. Like I was saying it, like, to Pete as well. I can go to any gig in Ireland, and I know for a fact I'll meet someone there that I know. There's just
or know one of the band members. Or,
you'd be like, oh well, what's the crack?
Yeah.
I haven't seen you in a while. How the things? It's just such a bond that we all have. Like, you know, it's great.
We
like,
actually have.
Yeah.
Because again, like I only met you through, was it Bloodstock?
I think it was Bloodstock. Yeah, it was Bloodstock.
It was actually Bloodstock. I was aware of you, just through probably social media. You know.
Yeah.
So it was lovely meeting you all for the first time then.
Yeah.
And like you have some connection with the gang in Galway as well.
Yeah, geez. Like James Curley and Earl Malloy. I met them at Hellfest because I got lost on a train with him. That's how I know them boys. Yeah.
Who was lost though?
We all were, because we got in the wrong train. All of us,
fuck
like.
me.
Yeah. So we got on. We flew into La Rochelle, and we were going to go to Nantes, like to Hellfest.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a train strike, as there always is in France, and it was us and some lads as well from Ennis, because we all like got off the same flight. Like, you're going to Hellfest, you're going to Hellfest. A few jars later, anyway, come on, so we get on the train, got in the wrong train, and we ended up in Bordeaux.
What? In Bordeaux? Jesus Christ.
So that's like literally like it's complete opposite direction. Yeah.
When was this? On the Wednesday, was it? Probably
on
Wednesday.
On the Wednesday,
normally,
was the Wednesday, because I booked, myself and Emma booked a place to stay, and sure, like, had to get, it was the last train of the night as well. Fuck. We ended up in Bordeaux, and we were like, what are we going to do? And
now, to in your defence, there definitely was drink taken to make that bad decision.
Oh, there was copious amounts,
yes,
like.
Yeah.
And we ended up having to stay in Bordeaux for the night and get the train back, 4-hour train back the next day.
Oh man,
yeah,
classic. So that's how you met them.
That's how I met, Earl and Curly, yeah.
And of course, then just the relationship grew through Hellfest, and then you've been down in Galway a rake of times.
That's
then as well.
it, like and just kind of grew wider and wider then with all that friend group, like, because they're all legends.
They are
absolute heroes.
Fucking love going down to Galway, man.
Stop.
It's just class, like.
Great banter, and like they come down like for my birthday.
They did, that was brilliant. Yeah, it was great to see that actually, and it was Monolith as well.
Yeah, that's it. Like, so
it's half the battle, kind of going to a festival with a big gang, because that gang is so big. You get other people coming in then that have met, you know, a few of the lads, and next minute you're bringing them back as well. But with Brutal Assault, we only met 2 Irish guys the whole time while we were over there.
Jeez.
Which is mental. And we met 2 English people who stopped me because I was wearing the 10 Ton Slug, Bloodstock.
No way. Wow.
The rest were all European.
Jeez.
Yeah.
They stopped you for wearing 10 Ton Slug over there? That is class.
They went, oh my God, 10 Ton Slug. And I was there, yeah, cool. Now, there was other people going past. I wore a different T-shirt of an Irish band every day.
Yeah.
So there was people giving a shout out and a thumbs up and hey, like that when they'd see the t-shirt. But those two people were so passionate about 10 Ton Slug, they stopped me
That's
and
unreal.
fucking talked to me about it because they saw them the first time. We saw them in Bloodstock at the New Blood stage. They were at it, and they've been fans since. You know.
Wow. That's class. Like
Isn't it?
they're sliming their way across Europe anyway, aren't they?
And charming, sliming and charming. You know, but like kind of, how did you get into heavy metal music then, Danielle? Was it like...
It's great. It's good enough story. Like I have to thank my parents for it a bit.
Cool.
So like my earliest memory of music is like Joe those little Fisher Price cassette tape things like kids have with a little microphone on it. Remember robbing one of my dad's Deep Purple cassettes and throwing it in to listen to Black Knight. So my dad's a massive Purple fan, and he's big Iron Maiden fan.
Oh, class.
Yeah,
Jesus.
massive Maiden fan.
What's his name?
Pat Daly.
And Pat Daly, shout out to Pat.
Some man. But someone gave Dad a loan of Metallica S&M.
Oh, okay.
And Dad and Mum started listening to Metallica. And then we got the channels at Sky Digital.
Okay, so Kerrang is
Kerrang, so we got Kerrang, and I started listening to like Slipknot and Rammstein all through that when I was very young. Like,
jeez.
I was probably like 10. I started really getting into metal. So yeah, it was kind of a thing of like my parents went to see Maiden, see like Metallica and stuff when I was younger, and then they
How old are your parents now?
They are, my mum like 54 and 53. Yeah.
Fair play. That's class.
Yeah, like they're still big into my parents are big Ghost fans actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I know how you feel about that now, Richie. But so I started listening to metal.
Well, why wouldn't they like Ghost if you like Deep Purple, you know?
That's it, yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
He's massive. But took him a long time before he got to see Deep Purple, though, the creator.
He surely went to see him when I did in Cork.
In Marquee?
Yeah.
I went with him. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it was fantastic, wasn't it?
It was great.
Jesus Christ.
Was class.
That was some show.
It was brilliant. And I got to bring him up near the front because he got in, like I was only 17, and he got in, he was like, right, we're okay here now near the back. And I was like, stop, Dad, come on. And he was in his element, like he's been following them since he went.
That's a great story,
kid,
man.
like he was like 14 I think when he started listening to them.
What? Wow.
Yeah.
See, and I love the fact you brought him up to the front because people tend to stay back when they're older.
They do,
and they don't and like there is a lot of pockets of
there
space.
Is, like it was fine, like
up
and
front, you know.
It's Deep Purple. There's not going to be a big massive pit, like you know. So it was fine. He came home and he was like, we got up to near the front. He was like a kid. He was so excited. It was unreal. Yeah.
Jesus, and did he go to any other gigs in the Marquee since then, or was it just that?
It was just that because he hadn't seen Deep Purple like ever, and he went to go see them in London when he was about 34.
Yeah.
A man went with him.
Wow.
And they went over and up on the door and they went to go in. Gig cancelled. Something happened. Gillen's voice. So
man.
After all that time, he went over to London to see them.
And probably busted over, I'd say, would he have?
I don't know. No, I think they no, I got the plane over.
Yeah, Jesus, that was expensive then as well.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Jesus,
like,
that's terrible, man.
Yeah, but
so he got to see him in Cork.
He got to see him in London and Cork and in Glasgow. So he's seen him a few times now. Like, but
I'm not sure if they're even touring no more.
No, I think they finished up now. Was it last year or the year before?
I'd like to think we saw them still when they were good, you know. 'Cause
they were good, yeah. I seen him at Hellfest as well. They were at Hellfest twice.
Right.
Yeah. Not the same as the Marquee though.
Yeah,
the Marquee was
the
savage.
Marquee's.
Like,
did you go to any of the Slayer Megadeth ones in the Marquee?
No, I didn't catch any of those. No, I had a ticket for when Megadeth came to the Point, but I didn't. I didn't end up going.
The Megadeth one, I'm gonna have to tell.
Go on.
Jesus, because we were kind of we went up there early that day. In my defence. So of course the big gang of us drinking, blah de blah, and the sound was poor.
Oh really?
It was really poor actually, and of course I got it in my head that it can be solved. You know, it can be solved.
It can.
So, and that was my downfall because I decided to bring Timmy with me, and he was the witness to this. But so we got over to the railing area, and I started shouting at your man behind the desk. You know, going, hey, for fuck's sake. And he's kind of aware of me, but he's kind of keeping the head down. And I goes, I know you can see me. Turn up the music. You know, we can't hear the guitar, for fuck's sake. Kept shouting at him anyway. And he goes, will you ever fuck off? He goes, like that. And he goes, will you just turn up the music? He goes, I'm the fucking lighting guy.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Cringeworthy.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And of course, Timmy was on the ground.
I'm the lighting guy.
I had to pick him up and head away, walk of shame back into the crowd. Yeah. So that was my memories of Megadeth. The sound in Slayer wasn't great either.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we had to kind of fucking go between Kerry King, because you could only hear Kerry King's guitar.
Yeah.
And then you had to go over to the other side for Jeff, you know?
Jeez. You're not the first person I've heard say that about the marquee, actually.
Yeah.
For Slayer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's a bummer. You kind of wonder, does metal suit the marquee, you know?
Yeah. That you're exactly saying, not the first person to say that, you know.
Yeah. So then, you're a huge Metallica fan, right?
Big Metallica fan, yeah.
So what was your impressions of Slane?
Oh, it was class.
Was it?
It
Yeah.
was class. No, I really enjoyed it.
Right.
I thought James's voice is outstanding. I thought they all still have the passion and the go in them. They want to be there. They're loving it still.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about bands lately that I've seen that are older. They seem to be getting better with age.
Yeah, there was someone there lately again with the voice. It was just fantastic. It was somewhere in Brutal Assault. Might have been Tom G. Warrior. One of those anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Is it now that they're all clean and sober that they're better and
Might
they're more
be.
focused?
Yeah,
I don't
and
know,
they're
but
probably taking care of themselves, you know?
I thought they were incredible, Metallica.
Yeah.
One of the best times I've seen them, I thought, anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
And where were you? Did you go down?
That's the one thing I would say about Slane. It was annoying, that golden circle kind of
Yes.
shite, you know, paying more to get closer.
And were you in there, were you?
No, I didn't
Okay.
pay.
I think you were lucky because another guy that I was in work with, he paid for that. And he said, a load of shite is right. And as well as that, then you had to leave the golden circle and then go all the ways back to get beer.
That's it, yeah.
And he just said, fuck it.
No, I couldn't justify paying. Was it like 150 euro or something like that?
It was expensive, yeah.
I couldn't justify it, like, you know, because no. So we got a good view. In fairness, we were close enough to where the barrier was for the golden circle, and we were kind of.
So does that golden circle then exclude you from getting close up front of the stage? Really?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Ah, okay,
yeah,
that's a balls.
It was a balls. Like, I particularly found now, like, for Ghost, because I enjoy Ghost. Like, we were like listening to them. So there was like this big pocket of people in the golden circle up close,
right?
And then like this no man's land where there was no one, and then the people who wanted to see Ghost
were up against the railing.
Up against. It was kind of like there was no man's land where people could have gone much closer to see Ghost. You know, it was a bit frustrating, like, but you know,
it's a money racket then, really, isn't it?
Oh, it was a complete money racket.
Fuck's
absolutely
sake.
But do you know what, Metallica, they were class. Their stage was unreal. Really enjoyed them.
The
now
set list wasn't great. Just from my point of view,
it was a lot of the new stuff. If you like the new album,
the new album is brilliant. I love the new album.
It is good. Yeah, I enjoyed
album.
it. Yeah.
But I'm a huge fan then of Master Puppets as well. One Master Puppet? Was
something
just
like that. Yeah, it was just Master Puppets. I
think.
Yeah. Did you see them when they played all of Master Puppets in Dublin? They played the full Master Puppets album.
Oh no, I didn't know.
It was like 2000 and was it like 8 or 9? No, it was probably. I was very small. I was only 12.
2006.
2006.
Thanks, Pete.
Yeah. 2006. Yeah. They played the full.
Did you were at it?
I was at it. Yeah, I was only like 12 or something. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah.
God.
Played full Master Puppets. Yeah.
Was that in the Point? It was probably.
No, it was
the Olympia.
Marley Park.
Oh, Marley Park.
Yeah.
Was it shit.
Yeah, or was it the RDS?
No, it could have been Marley Park then.
It was one or the other. It was Marley Park.
No, because I saw him in the RDS with Linkin Park and Linkin
Park.
Oh yeah,
my parents were at that.
Comical, man.
My parents, like, Dad said, your man was just dodging bottles, like.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Yeah. What bugs me about Metallica is I can never fucking remember seeing him, you know? I just get too shit-faced altogether. It's really bad, like. It's really bad. The only time I remember watching him fully, and I've seen him a rake of times, was 91. Was it probably?
Wow.
Or no, the Black Album.
Oh, wow. That's
Corrosion
class.
of Conformity, yeah.
Was that in the Point?
Yeah, so I didn't have much access to alcohol that day, so I actually remember that.
That's class.
And the sound was fantastic as well.
Was
day.
it?
Yeah,
I'd love to have seen him back then.
Did that
Jason.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah,
and the
Jason.
rig set up that the whole thing collapsed as well. And
Oh, really? From like
just
kind of
freaked us all out,
yeah,
going, "Holy
that's
shit, this is typical. It happened in Ireland. There's
oh
someone
my
killed, you know.
God.
There's a guy running around on fire, like."
Oh my God, that's so unreal.
Yeah, but I've tried my best to go to see him anytime I can. But as I said, Slane, no, absolutely not. I can't.
Yeah, I don't
Slane.
blame you. It was my first Slane.
Yeah.
It was my parents were at it actually, and it was funny. Dad
Really?
was,
Yeah, cool.
Dad was like, "Oh, it's my second Slane now." He went to see Queen in Slane, and he was obviously locked at it because he was like, slip-on shoes were big back then, he said, and he lost one of the slip-on shoes, so he's walking around with only one shoe.
Must be a family trait.
It must be, yeah. He was like, I don't know, is he saying he was like 20 or something like that, and he was obviously locked out of his mind. He said it was class.
That's class. Did you see the Queen movie?
I didn't actually see it.
Yeah,
no.
it's actually quite good.
I'd say your man's very good. He's very like him.
Yeah, I wasn't sure about it at the start, but actually, he actually becomes Freddy.
Yeah,
right through to the end, you know.
That's class.
So, yeah, fucking Queen. That's a cool one. I thought he'd say something like Neil Young or something like that.
No,
Or Guns N'
Queen.
Roses down Slane and stuff like that.
Yeah, no.
My daughter's first gig I ever brought her to was AC/DC.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, she was up on my shoulders for AC/DC in Punchestown.
Very cool.
It was like a scene out of the apocalypse, man. When we were arriving there, fucking hell. Of course, it had rained. And it was
Jesus.
just fucking bodies thrown everywhere. I'm not joking. Everywhere. And it was chaotic getting in and chaotic getting out. But we weren't too bad because we were close. We were within 20 miles away, I suppose.
Okay.
But yeah, so she watched that and Angus flying along the boardwalk as he does. And there was like these Hells Angel lads in front of her turning around, giving her high fives.
Oh, unreal. Yeah.
So that was her first gig.
That's savage. I've never heard of people going to Punchestown for a gig, like what it's like.
Ugh, it was horrendous.
Yeah.
And then Ruben's first gig then was 10 Ton Slug.
Oh, brilliant.
So, you know.
Brilliant. You need to start them off.
You can't say I don't look after the kids,
yeah,
you
know? Yeah. Mine now was Iron Maiden.
Was it really? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was Iron Maiden 2005.
Was that they were probably touring some album, was it?
Yeah. Eddie Rips Up the World tour.
That's one I
They were absolutely shocking.
Really?
They were crap. Yeah, never.
Was that? Yeah, Bruce was probably with them.
They were. No, it wasn't them actually. It was the sound, and anyone who was there will tell you, because apparently, they were having like a charity gig that week as well for Clive Burr, their drummer. You know, he got sick.
That's
the
right.
old drummer, he got really sick, and they someone was saying maybe all their sound was at that, or all their decent equipment. But as in, I was a huge Maiden fan, and they were on stage, and we were back in the stands, myself and my mum and my brother. And I couldn't make out what song was being played. The sound was that bad. It was horrific, and I was like, "This is no fun."
Yeah.
And sure, the next time I seen them, they were unbelievable. Like,
it was just a blimp.
It was just it was completely the sound people's fault. Like, you know.
And what's your favourite Iron Maiden album? Can you decide? Give me two.
Seventh Son of a Seventh Son is great.
Right.
And Fear of the Dark's a good album. Fear of the Dark,
yeah.
Even though Number of the Beast, I'll keep going now and I'll just end up listening out a big load of them. But Iron Maiden are a band like I used to love when I was a kid, but I kind of don't listen to them as much as I used to.
Yeah, I lost interest in them after Seventh Son.
Oh yeah.
Was that the next album was Bring Her Daughter to the, or whatever song, Bring Her Daughter to the Slaughter, No Prayer for the Dying.
No Prayer for the Dying.
It was fucking terrible,
yeah.
man. I remember watching it on Top of the Pops, going really excited, Maiden are on Top of the Pops.
Yeah.
And then it was Bring Your Daughter to the Slaughter. And I just
That's
went,
not my favourite song of theirs. No,
off,
it's not great.
Man.
Yeah.
This is it. This is the end of them. You know? Well, and look, they've come back a few times with good albums.
They have. Like, I think Dance of Death is a good album. I enjoyed that.
But Summer in Time, for me, number one. And Power Slave, probably.
Power Slave, that is a fantastic album. Aces High, and even Power Slave, the song.
Yeah.
Fucking great, like.
And Live After Dead as well.
Yeah, 2 minutes. Yeah, it's great.
What about their performance in Hellfest was unbelievable.
Yeah, it was. It was class.
And Soundgarden, I think, were on before him or something. Myself and Pa were on about that. Soundgarden and Iron Maiden, one after the other.
Yeah, it was great.
Fuck's sake, like,
it was unreal. And their Hellfest as well last year, and they had the plane flying over and stuff.
Oh, you saw that one, yeah.
Class.
Yeah.
They always put on a great performance, like, you know, it's all... Were you at the... I wasn't at it now, but my parents were when they were in the Point back in the day, and Bruce came out and he fucking waved the Union Jack.
Oh, man.
And
I wasn't at it, though. Go on.
my mum and dad said everybody just stopped. Like, he literally... she said it was just like he just did that and everyone just froze.
Yeah.
And he was kind of waving it and singing and was like, uh-oh, and like just fucked it over to the side.
Yeah. Madness.
And yeah,
I'm sure that was probably... I'd say the Troubles were they nearly
I'd
over.
say it was kind of...
coming to the end,
yeah, it was coming to the end, but it was still bubbling
Yeah.
over around the early
Yeah,
noughties.
fucking
Like,
bad choice, man, wasn't it?
yeah, it was not a good idea. Like, even... Sure, you wouldn't do it now, even, like, you know, you wouldn't,
No,
like, it's
no.
just not a done thing, but
But,
he learned fairly fast anyway to throw it away, get rid.
Yeah, but sure, it's a big thing now, the old tricolour with all the Irish bands on it, isn't it?
That's it, yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah, the idea was briefly discussed to bring it over to Brutal Assault, but I thought, like, fuck it now. The lads have a copyright in it. And Hellfest,
Yeah.
and it'll only be a slagging match.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know. But so that's kind of, we just did the Irish band jerseys, myself and Brian Hare.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You know,
Repping the
yeah,
bands,
I
like,
think
yeah.
so. No? Because
Yeah.
I mean, look, it starts a conversation as well over there.
It's true. Yeah,
know?
it's great.
So
Like,
maybe we could start off a thing. Just
Yeah.
anytime you go to Europe, just bring a fucking few Irish band t-shirts.
yeah, I did that now. I had Tent and Slug, I had Grey Stag and April t-shirt
There you
over
go.
now.
There you
Over
go.
Bloodstock,
Fair
like,
play
you
to
know,
you.
yeah, and you know, you get a few drinks and you're like, you need to listen to this band.
Yes,
The random
exactly,
people.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah,
And the
and-
merch at the moment is unbelievable.
It's savage. It's class. Like, I mean, but that's another thing as well, that like there's so many talented artists in Ireland
Yes.
that are metalheads.
Yes.
That are contributing to all this. Like Colin from Zora is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And sure, then you've got Kelvin from Serpent
Kelvin has done
Jesus.
some job, lad.
He's some man, like,
Yeah.
and like Anthony Doherty then, and he's unreal as
Yeah.
well. There's loads of them. I could keep going, like, you
Yeah.
know, there's so many, and like, you know, everybody lending their talents to metal in some way. It's brilliant,
Yeah.
like, you know.
And as I said, the bands are benefiting. I mean, some of the
Oh,
fucking,
fact, yeah.
some of the work is unreal. I mean,
Yeah.
the Corrosa t-shirt now
That's
as well.
class,
Isn't it
yeah,
just
yeah.
class?
I feel myself and Pete were looking at it, we were like, do I want the purple and black one or do I want the red and the
I'm
white
gonna get.
one?
I'm gonna get the two.
Yeah, they're
Fuck
class,
it.
like.
You know, I got the white one because I just love white, and
Yeah.
I'm sick of black, but I'm just gonna get the black one as well.
Yeah, it's really cool, like, you know. Oh, savage.
Yeah, and you know they're reasonable enough as well. To be fair,
They
the
are,
prices,
like,
you know,
they're very reasonable compared to like buying like mainstream bands ones. You'd be paying double the price.
you're gonna be horrified at what I paid for a fucking Slayer t-shirt for the final tour.
Oh, Jesus. Go on.
€45.
Jesus Christ.
Isn't that shocking? Isn't that shocking?
But you see, they know people will pay it.
yeah.
They know people will pay because it's their final tour.
It's the
like.
final tour, yeah. But I mean, I just fucking
Oh.
hated giving that guy that fucking money that
Oh,
night. You know,
yeah.
I mean, that's more or less 41 pints of beer over in the Czech Republic, because that's the way it's going to be compared to from now on.
Oh my God, that's,
You know?
yeah. Sometimes you be kind of looking at the merch, the mainstream kind of merch, and you're like, fuck that, like.
Yeah, I mean, why do bands charge so much? Like mainstream metal bands now as well, like they fucking like to charge, you know.
They do, like, it's
You know?
like.
You're not paying under 20.
No,
Definitely you're not, like.
fact, definitely not. Like, you
Yeah.
know, I've seen like a lot of, was it like about 35 for t-shirts at Macedon?
They would be 35, yeah.
35. I was like,
It's fucking and in fairness, they do a lovely t-shirt, Macedon.
they have
It's-
unreal, yeah.
It's
yeah.
hard to fucking kind of walk away when you're looking at those t-shirts. They are class. Like.
Their artwork is unbelievable.
I've a rake of them.
Yeah,
a
they're
rake of
fucking
'em.
class, like, you know, and even my, like, you know, band patch
Yeah.
thing, big band patch of Macedon.
Have
in
you
the back.
really? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Oh, their artwork is unbelievable. And sure, even Kelvin got to do artwork for them.
That's right. Yeah.
It's class.
That poster is fucking beautiful,
Unbelievable.
isn't it?
Yeah.
But I mean, and another thing as well. Shout out to Pete as well with the badges, the pin badges.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
They're class.
as he's known on Facebook as Walter Meldew.
Yeah.
You know, but Pete is doing. I got a Rory Gallagher one, a Cliff Burton one, and
They're
a
class.
Phil Lynott one. Sorry. Yeah, three of my heroes. I can now put them on my my new battle
jacket. That's the word I was looking for. The battle jacket. Yeah.
They're starting to come in again, aren't they?
Yeah, I
The
have
battle
one.
jackets.
Yeah, I started doing one, and I'm regretting now because it's, you know, one of those like blue ones, but the black ones are class as well. Like, there's so many cool ones like over. You'd be looking at people's backs, like, and pointing at their backs over festivals, like, that's the Savage Patch.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout out now to Damo Lines as well. He was like a fucking kid in a candy store over in Brutal Assault. It was just like, what was it, three patches for fucking, is it €10 or something, or less?
Grand.
I don't know what it was, or €6. I could be wrong, but like he just spent fucking hours in there if you left him there, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He came back with around 14 of them, I think, in the end, you know.
He'll be sewn for a long time, solely.
You probably have to get a new fucking battle vest.
Yeah.
You know? It's another excuse for him. So that's it. I must say, I'm just really wishing you well with the app. So if there's a what do you need out?
I need like a coder, someone who can code an app.
Someone that can code an app.
Give me a hand.
If anybody's listening to this or anybody knows one, I'm sure there is, definitely.
There's loads, like, you know, it's just to get someone to steer me in the right direction would be great.
Yeah, get in touch with Danielle Daly on Facebook. You can find her, or just talk to one of us. She's at at any gig anyway, so you know you're bound to see her along the way. Yeah,
you'll find me bouncing around, all right.
So thanks a million for coming on, Danielle.
Thanks a million for having me. Delighted to be here.
Great chat, and as I said, wish you nothing but success with the app. So you've been listening to the Metal Cell podcast. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram. I'm on iTunes or Spotify, and please leave a review. It's important. And if you need to contact me, if you're a band, contact me at themetalcell@gmail.com. Over and out.